Let me begin with the place that you began, with your premature judgment about the failure of everything. In America, you have a right to be stupid, if you want to be. And in a sense, climate change can now be considered another weapon of mass destruction, perhaps even the world's most fearsome weapon of mass destruction. The fact is that Iran's ability to break out, George, will expand under this program.
Acknowledge that the reset with Russia is dead. Do you acknowledge that?
Well, I don't know what you mean by the reset.
The reset in relations that this administration called for.
I know, but long ago we've entered into a different phase with Russia. I don't think this is a moment to be proclaiming one thing or the other. We've had difficulties with Russia with respect to certain issues, and even as we've managed to do the START treaty. They've cooperated on Afghanistan. They've cooperated on Iran.
And when the foreign minister of Russia lies to your face once, twice, 3, 4 times, I would be very reluctant to take his word for anything. So this is, it's not a zero-sum, dead, alive. It's a question of differences, very profound differences on certain issues and certain approaches. And we've made those very clear over the course of the last months. The foreign minister and I were having a conversation about a few weeks ago as we were planning Syria and so forth. And he was talking to me about famous Idaho potatoes. So we brought him some of the biggest potatoes in Idaho. Here they are. My hero, Teddy Roosevelt, used to say, talk softly but carry a big stick. What you're doing is talking strongly and carrying a very small stick. In fact, a twig.
I guess it's pretty easy to lob those judgments around, but particularly well before the verdict is in on any of them. Secondly, Israel-Palestine, the notion of Israel being defined as a Jewish state. And we believe that that should happen, but when it happens and how it happens has to be part of the negotiation, obviously.
That's not a negotiable point. So I don't quite understand when you say that that won't be acknowledged up front when the establishment of a Palestinian state is acknowledged up front.
It's not going to happen in the beginning, Senator. It's really going to be one of those narrative issues that gets resolved towards the end. In America, you have a right to be stupid. It's interesting that you declare it dead, but the Israelis and the Palestinians don't declare it dead. They want to continue to negotiate.
We'll see, won't we, Mr. Secretary?
Beg your pardon?
We'll see.
Well, yeah, we will see, but why
It's
declare
stopped.
it dead
It is
today?
stopped. Recognize reality.
It's not necessarily news that the peace talks between Israel and Palestine have failed again. But what is news is that according to U.S. Secretary of State John Kerry, Israel is mostly to blame. Here is what he told the Senate Foreign Relations Committee on Tuesday.
Unfortunately, the prisoners weren't released on the Saturday they were supposed to be released. And so day went by, day 2 went by, day 3 went by, and then in the afternoon, when they were about to maybe get there, 700 settlement units were announced in Jerusalem, and poof, that was sort of the moment. In America, you have a right to be stupid, if you want to be.